Let's see what the electric optics do here. Look at this changing. Electrical optics here. Now, whenever I have this phone set to a photo setting, you should see the way that the optics are picking up the frequency. If I have the phone like this, the frequency's going down. Like you can see, it has this perpetual pulse. It's going like down. Now I turn it this way, it goes this way. A perpetual pulse over across the screen that way. And it changes from that's longitudinal going this way, and it changes to latitudinal this way, a vertical dispersion instead of a horizontal speaker dispersion. And that's what you call counterspatial. And what's the other ones? Spatial, counterspatial. It's like your lines of force, whatever. Constructive and destructive interference, speaker dispersions. Now I have the phone plugged in. It's grounded. The ground wire, if there's any unusable reactions, is supposed to go in through the data lines, the communication lines. Not even the communication lines, just the floating ground is supposed to go through the network here on this wall charger. Is it? There's no ground in the plug, is there? That's an antenna. Okay, you can watch TV on that. Guys, is the plugs grounded? What do I have to do? I have to get a special adapter that has a ground on it, don't I? Is that still even going to work? Where's the ground wire for the fucking plugs? We'll learn a lot once that ground wire is installed, huh? Oh, we don't want it to go into smart meters, do we? These nano-electronics go into smart meters. Oh boy, yeah. These dirty electrics. These reactions within the wires. That ground wire comes down, traverses, goes up into there, and then it hits the 12 gauge to 10 gauge wire. Whew! What could happen here? Anything. Because the phone has a float. And there's a battery. That battery starts discharging a little too heavy. Because my phone battery, right now, if I show you the skids of how my phone battery's working, how it records how the battery usage, you'd be like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here? You should see these electrical impulses that the graph makes. These bursts of voltage. And who's to blame? Who you blame? Come on. Well, the cell phone worked from the company whenever I got it just fucking fine. Who's putting the applications in? Who's doing security updates that the cell phone company is not fucking responsible for? That's who you blame. Well, let's go outside. Let's go outside. Where's he at? Can you hear it? Serious clouds today. Like three-dimensional audio right now, huh? Microphone coil. Whenever you send this out to other people's, when this video gets uploaded and they play it, you, the microphone coil, must make a speaker dispersion too. The other amplifiers, huh? And I just showed you guys what spatial and counterspatial audio is doing. And then you have all the mathematicians that are plugging in these maths. And it's doing it at milliseconds too, because you watch these birds, these audio signals and speaker dispersions. It's doing it in milliseconds. There's another plane going up. Now, what I really want to discuss is, I got into talking about who is the most narcissistic video game developer out there on the planet. A lot of you guys are video game players. Come on, military. Who's the most narcissistic video game developer on the planet? There's one I could think of. There's no difficulty settings for his game. It's either you play it hard or very hard. It's like you play it very hard or extremely hard. There's only one that I know of. And you know how much satisfaction this narcissist gets from when his video game beats the shit out of you. And you keep dying and dying and you get mad and angry. Oh my God, and fucking rage quit. That guy's a narcissist, ain't he? And then you idiots have the balls to call him up and bitch. You have the balls to call him up and bitch. Your game's too hard. And all you have to do, why'd you buy it? I didn't fucking, hey, put pliers on your teeth. Go fucking buy my game. But he's a fucking the best narcissist I know. And now I'm going to talk about communications to this narcissist because they started laughing back at your pain. This game come out, and it was a multiplayer type of game where I got the game and I could ring in someone else's cell phone to join me. This cell phone call would merge. Okay, it was like, I'm going to do a 3-way call. And it worked out good, and then they decided to add to the game. And to add to the game, you had to go through a paywall. And it's called DLC. Yeah. With a telephone. Now, the interesting part was, with the DLC, and this is a multiplayer game, so you could have up to 2 phone lines come in on your phone line. And the code for the game was there, and then the DLC was put in, and that code for the DLC went out to the whole entire copyright. So you purchased the DLC, you went in there, you completed it, you got all the new fancy pants tools and skins, and then you could go back over to the original that no one else had access to, and all these guys would see it. Oh, dude, look at all this cool shit. He's got better shit than me. Blah, 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 blah. And really fuck with people's emotions. But that part of the code of the game went into the original game. And somebody found a goddamn holographic teleportation in there, didn't they? In these phone lines. Because you had this special bell. Ring, 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 ring. And it would initiate somebody else that rung the bell. I want to get in someone else's server. And then the computer, it didn't tell you who it was. Just it merged the 2 calls together. Probably based on some sort of metadata. So what happened was, where you get into the new game at the teleportation center, the holographic teleportations. All you had to do is the computer would merge the phones together, and the guys had bought the extension physics. This is communications 101. You're a pretty brilliant guy, and I'm tired of people fucking not paying attention to what you do. Extension. This goes right into holographic teleportation, and those boxes right there. You know every bit of them. So anyways, where the extension was at, the original phone line that had access to that extension, it merged, had a 2-way call, 3-way call come in. And all you had to do is go to that extension and dial that phone number. And those guys that didn't pay for that extension, they went through and got it all. Pretty interesting story there for this narcissist. How fucking painful was that for you? Come on. It's interesting the way you can communicate how narcissism works. Oh, man. And what was the patch for this holographic teleportation? And it's still being used out here today. These guys that aren't supposed to have access to this extension. Come here, buddy. I'm going to merge with you here at the holographic teleportation center. And you're going to get instant access. Oh, the fucking pain. The fucking pain. Ah, shit. And like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, bird. The extension network for the birds. Look at Mrs. Robin just chilling here. I just seen a ground squirrel. It looked like it was half squirrel in the back and half ground squirrel in the front. That's chipmunk. The front looked like a chipmunk, and the rear looked like a squirrel. Like its whole body, like totally. I wish I would have had the phone out just in time, because it even had an extension, looked like a wiener dog, and its whole back was just brown and longer, and the tail was longer. It looked like it was like what happens whenever you have a compound fractal problem. Hey, narcissist. How's the fucking fractal antenna work on a cell phone? You comprehend that, don't you? Holy shit, we teleported the phone calls. Insecure lines at the Pentagon, how are you? Video game development, remember? Remember the video game development you're working on? Trexa and the Christmas tree in a blue jacket with very little decorations took a picture of himself in the mirror. Knocked it out of the park, didn't I? We're working on video games. You video game designers. It's in all your code. Weather harmonics. Every bit of your fucking game's got the code. All right. Back to it. This is good because remember the video game God of War 2018 to come out? And I didn't get it as soon as it came out. It was like a year or two later. And they had inserted a new way to play the game. After you completed the game or something, you were awarded a specific set of instruction to make you very powerful. But if you got hit one time, you die. And it uploaded a whole new metrics into the game. Now, the funny part is, you guys had to patch that game because there's areas in the game people started bitching and complaining it was too fucking hard. So you acquiesced. So you didn't acquiesce. You kind of bent over. You folded up like a lawn chair and did it. You did it. Okay, whatever. We're gonna do it. It was too hard. We had to change the metrics of the game, change the optics, and change the weights of the game, and it all changed. But if you never played that game before, and the very first thing you did was went down to not give me a story, not the middle one, God of War mode, and you never played it before, there was this dude I watched play it. He said it was the first time he ever played it. He was good because I'm not going to give it away who the hell he is, but it made it to my algorithm. And just to watch this guy try to make it through the very first stage of that game where you go meet up with Brock the first time and you have to get in that big fight at the where all the bad guys come jump around and fucking start throwing shit and light themselves on fire and kamikaze your ass. Dude, this dude was going through it, dude, and he handled it pretty good. He handled it really good. But if any of these big, like, time video game players that have all the hits and views and you see nothing but perfect shit, but you don't see that very first time that game beat the shit out of them and then rage quitting, and then you got to take the metrics in of the video game developers. I'm hiding what the fuck. If you listen to all my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. But these guys just take pride and joy in this. But some of the dudes, they look at that squirrel running. Jesus Christ. Some of these dudes, they just the way that they behave, and some of the communications that you receive from them as all this crazy shit's going on. It's fucking wonderful what how a human being is making. So hey, you didn't have to put it on that hard whatever, but it's just amazing the demographics, the stories, and just the entertainment you get from watching electronic beat the shit out of a human being. Like, you wouldn't say, oh, how's it beating it? That anger modulation and that rage and all this other crazy quasi static shit going on, it's beating the shit out of the human being. Watch your kids play. If you still have a TV left or control, how many controls did you have to rebuy there, Dad? And beat the shit out of your kid. To literally watch an electronic, it doesn't. The AI was pretty good at it, because if you don't have that correct timing, the electronic beat the shit out of you, didn't it? And dude, you narcissists, I can't wait for you to just let an AI take over, because when it goes into the server and you have to play it on the server, you don't have to, but you can. Some of your new games, it's going to be like that, I can only imagine. And the AI gets to fucking go in real time, like it's monitoring electrics. Whew! You video game players, you're never going to win. Never going to win. And the AI will pride itself on this too. And if you do end up winning, you're probably that AI is probably going to send you a cab immediately. Get your ass to the office now. I want your harmonics. Just wait until you see the future of video games. Just wait. And we're designing it in DoD. DoD video game design. It's a heat-seeking missile. And you got these narcissistic developers. Yes, they could not beat my game. Yes! And then they find out, because when it's plugged into the server, who is the first one to make it? Who's the first one to receive this fucking accolade? And then they hide it, who it is. Oh, boy. And that's a job resume, isn't it? It's a job resume. Come on, the juice is right there in the extensions. It's right there. You didn't think this kid would learn communications and be an expert in communications, did you? You see that? Even the cable guy come and put the extension in for you people. And I got it on film. What do you do? Oh, it's an extension. It's coax cable extension. And then you look up extension science right now, how that affects the atmosphere. Oh, boy. Holy shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is communications. Communications. And I'll reference Elon Musk. He says the world of video games is getting amazing right now. The world of video games is getting amazing. We have these servers where it has 30, 60, 100 people in them, all simultaneously playing at one time. These phone lines connect to a fucking conference call. And you send remote controllable signals in there, and we didn't fucking think twice what the fuck's happening with dirty electricity, did we? Who the fuck cares? Didn't think twice, did we? Let's just go. Let's go. boy, oh boy, somebody that comprehends communications really hurts you guys like a narcissist, huh? You treat them like a narcissist for your, well, I have the right to remain silent. Now let's go into, hey, OpenAI, what's going on? There's shit going on you can't comprehend, isn't there? And we're out to Congress. You're out to Congress. The guy that owns the company is trying to fucking put racketeering charges on the CEO of the company. That got shit canned. And now Donald Trump put him in charge of fucking Stargate. Project Stargate. And then you go back to Project Stargate, it goes to the Monroe Institute. And these guys studied something they called hemisync technology. And that's holographic. And it's on the website for the government. You gotta pretend like you don't know. And then I go to Ken Wheeler's page. Oh my God, he like turned into a narcissist himself. Every comment I'd type in, he would say it out loud. Someone even typed in, "Why are you showing favoritism, Ken?" Because we communicated through his live stream, telephone call. But what text is, text the fucking visualization and blah, blah, blah. You get for every action a reaction, thermodynamic. Ken, why are you showing favoritism, Ken? You're showing favoritism to him, Ken. No, I'm not. I found his heart. Found his heart. And what else was happening? Come on, video game designers. How many of you guys thought it was a good thing to do to put your extensions on someone? CIA, where the fuck are you? Stupid, aren't you? You know, video games. I haven't seen any of the new video games as of late. But hey, who's the guy that reviews the video games? That calls himself like he's in the NSA. Upper echelon. Echelon. Upper echelon. You listening to me? You have a lot of good. You used to be a lawyer or something, didn't you? Okay, makes sense. No, I'm not yelling and screaming at you like you're a fucking fag or a broken stick. But your name corresponds to, you could look on Wikipedia. Just type in echelon. And it will show you it's involved with the Four Eyes, these countries that use radar to do surveillance. Now we're talking about video games and extensions and DLCs. And if you're a lawyer, like you got to deal with the emergency network. Yeah, emergency network. And that here's the other one. I'm not bitching at you, upper echelon. But what's up? I know what's up. I'm a communications expert now because of network extensions. Yeah, there's other YouTubers that keep slamming into my network too with 0 days. These video game YouTubers. So there's the problem. Echelon, can you help me solve this? Because they want to pretend like they don't know. Back to the emergency broadcast network. You watch your local news station. You watch ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. When you watch that, that's the emergency broadcast network. It's in the open air as of right now. You could just, if you have something to grab the frequency, you could attune it to your screen. Pretty soon it's going to be everybody's fucking head. It's already there now. All right, but that's off subject. Now, whenever I have a guy that is in the administration right now, and even the current president, What is the most that you've seen that they talked about the president? Look at this. The most that they talked about the president on Emergency Network. They try to avoid this. Tariffs. It's an emergency tariffs. And then his very special advisors. I don't think this guy could get any emergency network broadcast time. Mr. Elon Musk. They don't want to put him on TV on the emergency broadcast center called ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, whatever. Like they try to. No, we're not going to talk about him. We're not gonna put him on emergency broadcast network unless it is something so atrocious and appalling to try to smear this man's his aura, his net worth. We want to destroy this. It's very simple. Simplicity is divinity, let me tell you. But even Echelon, you were just on the news on emergency broadcast lines because not everything's being reported, but there are airplanes going missing on radar. They're losing lines of communication with the ATC. No, this is very real. It's just broadcast on emergency broadcast network called the local news. It's emergency. Emergency happened. It comes right through. And I pay $1.60 a month on my cell phone for these guys. No, I'm not trying to make the field fucking attack everyone, but this is not a secret. But people are making fortunes on fucking deceptions. Fortunes. What else? What else is there to discuss about how these network extensions work? These phone calls work. Because they're all phone calls, no matter which way you look at it. Everything's a phone call. It doesn't matter if you have a lightning bolt, you could still run a goddamn phone call through a lightning bolt. Because it's a lightning bolt going right through the data wires anyhow. And emergency network. What the fuck are you doing on my grass? What are you doing on the whole neighborhood's grass? Come on, extension. Grass, holograms. What the fuck are you doing? It's not a secret anymore. It's not a secret. This is good for, like, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that smear Elon Musk, smear Donald Trump. YouTubers. And you can watch this. They'll talk shit on them. And only shit. They won't talk anything good, only the bad. And to receive money on YouTube, you have to be with Emergency Broadcast Network, don't you? So that's kind of like, hey, we're going to reach out there. Here's a script, sort of, that we want to produce. And, well, if nobody says nothing, this is in DOD, and then I have guys that are in the Department of Defense and these agencies that think their shit don't stink because they know shit about phones. And then, you know, I listened to Sean Ryan talk on Tucker Carlson. It seems to be, you know, I knew something was wrong, but he's accurate. You got double agents out there. The double agents of those who want to